How can we relate the life of Rizal to the present life as a youth?
I wasn't there, and I did not realize anything. But the books I read and lessons I have learned told me that Sir Rizal is more than just a prodigy. He studied hard and filled his head with intelligence to find ways to save our country. He wrote and wrote and wrote until his words trapped deep inside every Filipino senses, awakening their love for their country and fight for their freedom. He didn't fight with swords and guns because he didn't want a single drip of blood for his fellow men.
He made an impact. He made a change. He freed the people, and we should always see Rizal as an example. We may not be as great as him. We may not be as intelligent, as witty, as creative, but we can be as courageous, determined, self-willed, and thoughtful as he was. We may not have the privileges to study abroad or in some high-end schools, but we can do well wherever we may be right now. During these trying times, there are a lot of pressures, stress, and things that consumes us. But we must always remember that we are bigger than our sorrow, and that there is a very bright future waiting ahead of us. We shall never let anything take out all on our health or ourselves, and we should always remember that our existence comes along the reason and the purpose, and we should always choose to continue to live and explore to find out what we are here for.
We should also remember that we shouldn't take violence as an option for solving societal and personal problems and issues. There's more to life than hurting yourself and other people. Surely there would always be a silver lining behind the clouds and a rainbow after the rain. We should keep up the fight not against ourselves, not against other people, but against the evil things that occupy our hearts and our minds. We shall consider the common good, the good for everyone. We coexist with billions of people for a particular reason. I think the reason is for us to love other people, to help them, to inspire them, or to let them do the same for us.
Because life is so hard when you are alone. Battles are tougher when you did it on your own. And it's so tragic to push away other people and try convincing yourself that you'll be just fine by yourself. Because at some point, we need other people. At some point, there are a lot of things, feelings and emotions that we can generate for ourselves. But we can get those only from other people. I know many people may have thought that what's the point of living if we end up of dying?
For years, I have pondered that thought. And I could say that we have to live, experience life, to live a life and to do the things that life has to offer. To be happy, to be brave and to chase our dreams and to make an impact to the other people. To make change because this is just one chance to experience life. Jose Rizal told us to live for our dreams, to never stop, to conquer all the odds and to never give up. And I think that's one of my favorite lessons from his life. But the journey towards your dreams are meant to be hard. So we get to learn much more during the process to be stronger and braver and be a lot more wiser. So when we already get what we want, we learn how to humble ourselves, knowing the battles we need to go through.
Sir Rizal also taught us that we have a responsibility to our country, that we should see it as a subject, not just one a object, that we should not be blinded by the injustice, mistreatment, corruption, and oppression by the government, that we should use our voices for bad governance, that we should use our education to promote and protect the lawful rights because we are the hope of our country. Sir Rizal knew that even before our existence, he trusted us to make a move for the betterment of the state.
We didn't really have to be part of the government to be the hope, but we can practice our right to vote and vote for the right leaders. We can also be leaders for ourselves.
We can initiate charity work for the less privileged. We can help educate the younger ones.
We can help in community services. We can do a lot just by doing things little by little.
We can never be like Rizal, never be anybody else because we are unique and distinct. And that's what makes us special.
We may not be able to do what they can, but surely we can do something that they also cannot. We should not focus on our differences. We should rather focus on our similarities and think about what good we can do to other people. Let us remember to be always grateful for the gift of life and learn to appreciate everything that is set on our table.
It's okay to get mad or feel tired about everything, but we should not neglect the presence of the things that once made us happy. Rather, look back to those things so we can live on those things. At some points, things were almost perfect and happy again. So one day, we will be better again. Let us all be our example. Let us bring good change like it did.
But this time,
But this time,
This time,
But this time,
But this time,
let's
let us
make use of our own
special
special
ways
ways
to
to create a positive
positive
impact.